Alex Anzalone could return to the Detroit Lions against the Vikings this Sunday, and the Lions could make a blockbuster trade for a superstar quarterback for $17 million. We're just now coming with this great news, but for you to understand everything that is happening now, stay until the end. Help the channel reach the goal of 2,000 subscribers this month by subscribing now. Enjoy, and leave your like so that this video reaches more people. By subscribing, you ensure that you are always up to date with the next news. So without further ado, let's get started. Detroit Lions linebacker Alex Anzalone has been listed as questionable for the NFC's decisive matchup against the Minnesota Vikings this Sunday. The player could be activated from the injured reserve later this week, after almost 2 months out due to a fractured left forearm. Anzalone suffered an injury during the Week 11 game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. On a defensive play, opposing running back Travis Etienne Jr. was pushed out of bounds by Anzalone's teammate Brian Branch, causing the linebacker's arm to become trapped between the two players. He has since missed 6 consecutive games, but his potential return brings optimism to the Lions' defense, which faces a significant challenge in the final stretch of the season. The 30-year-old linebacker, who is a team captain, returned to practice this week. Coach Dan Campbell praised Anzalone's performance during Friday's session, but made it clear that the team is taking a cautious approach to his return. It's all about him getting comfortable. We like to get guys ready before we put them in the game, Campbell said. We try to do that with as many guys as possible. We want him to be well prepared because we have a playoff game coming up and we have to be strategic about how he's healthy and how we're performing over time. In addition to Anzalone, other players on the roster are facing physical challenges. Running back David Montgomery knee injury and cornerback Emmanuel Mosley illness have been confirmed as absentees for the game. Running back Craig Reynolds back injury and wide receiver Khalif Raymond foot injury are also listed as questionable. Anzalone has been a key player on the Lions' defense this season. In just 9 games, he has 56 tackles, including 7 for loss. Over the past 2 full seasons, the linebacker has posted impressive numbers, with 125 tackles in 2022 and a personal best 129 in 2023. His return to the field could further strengthen a team looking to maintain its defensive consistency. With a 14-2 record, both the Lions and Vikings come into Sunday night's matchup looking to gain a playoff edge. Anzalone's return would be a huge boost for Detroit, which must balance its desire to win with the need to keep its key players healthy for the challenges ahead. The Detroit Lions are experiencing one of the best moments in their recent history heading into the 2024 season. Led by head coach Dan Campbell, the team has accumulated an impressive 14-2 record, winning 13 of their last 14 games. Now, the team prepares for one of the most anticipated matchups of the year, a decisive duel against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football in Week 18. This matchup is not just another game. At stake is the NFC North Division title and, even more importantly, the first overall seed in the conference. The winning team will secure a bye in the first round of the playoffs and the coveted home field advantage throughout the postseason, a scenario that further increases the anticipation surrounding this classic. Despite facing challenges such as injuries to key players, the Lions continue to stand out as one of the best moments in the league. Among the losses, the most impactful was edge rusher Aiden Hutchinson, one of the great stars of the defense. The player suffered a serious injury in Week 6 during the win against the Dallas Cowboys, when he fractured his tibia and fibula. Although the initial diagnosis ended hopes of seeing him on the field this season, Hutchinson has already stated that he is focused on a triumphant return if the Lions reach the Super Bowl. "I'm on track to achieve my goal of returning to the Super Bowl," Hutchinson said in an interview with NFL Network's Good Morning Football. He also asked his teammates for motivation. "I keep telling the kids in the Lions facility, you have to get out there. I promise I'll be back to fight alongside you." Despite Hutchinson's absence, the Lions' run has been solid thanks to strategic moves, such as the acquisition of Zadarius Smith during a mid-season trade window. Smith's arrival has brought not only experience, but also new energy to the defensive line. However, General Manager Brad Holmes is already looking to the future, considering ways to further strengthen the defense for the upcoming seasons. One of the most wild speculations involves the possibility of a trade to bring Cowboys star Micah Parsons to Detroit. Analysts at Right Way Network believe that adding Parsons would create one of the most fearsome duos in the NFL, combining two of the best pass rushers in the game. With Hutchinson and Parsons paired together, the Lions' defense could reach historic heights, forcing opponents to rethink their aggressive strategies. However, this possibility faces significant financial barriers. Both Hutchinson and Parsons are elite players who will soon be seeking lucrative contract extensions. For General Manager Brad Holmes, it would be nearly impossible to pay market value to two pass rushers of that caliber. Still, the simple idea of a duo dominating the field is enough to make fans dream. While it could have been a serious trade, it would have been a landmark in NFL history, transforming the Lions into an unprecedented defensive force. Parsons, who has recorded 13 or more sacks in each of his first 3 seasons and has already accumulated 9.5 sacks in 2024, is a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Paired with Hutchinson, who was at Defensive Player of the Year level before the injury, this combination would be a constant threat to any offensive line. No matter how this season ends, one thing is certain: the Detroit Lions are more determined than ever to win the title. Under Dan Campbell's leadership, the franchise has embraced an aggressive approach both on and off the field, showing that they are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve glory. The future is bright for Detroit, and the 2024 season is just the beginning of a new era for the Lions. Want to keep up with everything Lions has to offer? Leave your comment and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it. Your support is essential for us to continue bringing you Lions news. See you soon.